So this next track is by Adam, and he says he's very new to producing, inspired by an Aussie producer called Swim. Skip on a bit. I just want to say before we continue, it's such an effective thing to have. It's called like a pedal note, where you've just got one note staying the same and then you've got something else changing with it. So I really like this bass line. It's really simple but really nice. Do, 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 do. C sharp, A sharp, F sharp. Let's have a listen to the drop. Cool. Really good. I really like this track. I think it's really strong musically. Kind of builds, and we've got a bit of variation here. Let's go through the 5 criteria. Overall, really nice vibe. It's coherent. It makes sense. Drums wise, decent, I would say. We've got a few layers going on. We've got this kick, clap, some toms, some tops, some hats. This little loop thing, and then we've got an open hat coming in. And you have this cool thing where you take out this kick, and then you have a double there. I really like that, but I mean, I wouldn't necessarily change this MIDI, but I'd probably have a few more bits where like the kick comes out, for example, like just for like half a bar like that. You could maybe take the bass out. So this is something a lot of people neglect, but it's just nice to have things come out, and then when they come in, you're like, oh, it's coming again. Musically, really nice. I'll talk more about that in a moment. Arrangement is decent. Whoops. I will say something about it. And the mix, pretty decent. So overall, really good job. So I had a little play with it, and I made a few little changes, mainly to the arrangement. If you're looking for some help with your music production, you're a bit stuck and it's not happening for you, I have a super effective program with a great community and tons of support and a really clear laid out system for how to get you where you want to be. If you'd like to chat to me about that, there's a link in the description too. Okay, so this is my edit. So the first thing I did, I actually took the kick out from the intro, because I felt like it has more impact if we don't hear it until here. No, until here. If we're hearing it from the start, we're a bit tired of it, but if we hear it from here, yeah, it sounds really good. Okay, and I put ozone on it, so I'm cheating a little bit. That's why it sounds better. Yeah, I just ran it through ozone 11. But yeah, so I took the kick out, and then you had some automation on a filter, I think, on this hat loop, and I just tweaked it a bit, I think. so that, yeah, so this is being low pass filtered. I didn't notice that you'd high pass this. See, this is an example where personally I don't think it actually needs the high pass. And you can kind of see that it has been high pass. I mean, you might want that. I'd personally probably just... I'd probably do it like that, but it's not a big deal. But I think this now sounds really good. You get so much build up. And I love how in the intro you've just kept this to one note. I think it works so well. I'm not sure it needs this sub bass, quite honestly. I'd be inclined to just not high pass it. And not have a sub bass. And then, so let's just hear the drop. Okay, and that's something else I put in. I put in a little riser effect, and I put in a crash cymbal. And another thing I added was a little clap. I thought this clap was getting a bit lost. I kind of wanted to follow your pattern, so I took it out on the 4. And then just arrangement wise, you had kind of 16 bars and then you dropped it out, and that was the same here. So I just doubled these. I doubled this and I doubled this. This stab, I actually just turned this up a bit, and it's a bit loud now maybe, but then I did a different variation of it here. I just followed the bass. Yeah, this is you've already got some nice variation in the sound here. Then in the breakdown, I just looped a really small bit, and then I automated a high pass filter. And then I just added another sound. I used Hive with a bell kind of sound, but I just used your MIDI exactly the same. I'm just doubling up what was there. I mean, for me, I'm slightly want to break from this sound maybe. And then one more thing I did is I added a pad. So I've just been using Hive for this. Yeah, I just did quite a simple pad line. I really didn't do that much, I would say, but I feel like it's kind of buffed it up a bit and given it a bit of shine. I hope you like what I've done. So hopefully you've found that really helpful. But often what stops us in the studio happens before we even sit down. So click this link to find out how to solve that problem.